Okay, so let's get started. Here's our CC student login to the VirtualBox running in our H461 classroom. Okay, let's start by pulling our files down. So we can get the link from MyASU. Okay, once we're in our class, we can go to the GIS folder. Go to our maps folder. So what we want to do is let's download the zip file. And let's save it to the desktop. Okay. Let's go back to get my folder here, which has my rectified map. So one of the things we realized was that in order to be able to interact with the Google Drive, it helps to be logged into your email. So if you go to MyASU, if you just click on My Mail, it actually launches the authentication to the Google Drive, or to Google, as you can see right here. And now let's go to our GIS folder and to the maps. And so one thing you can see is that now I'm logged in here. So if you add to the drive, and then you open in Drive, it basically takes you to your ASU Google Drive. And now I can click on this folder and download it. You have to allow the pop-up. Let's try that again. So download. It says, do we want to open it? Let's just save as to the desktop again. Okay, now we're done with the browser. So here we've got our Arnett Creek folder. Let's extract all. So we can delete this zip file. And let's also extract my folder. We don't need to look at it. Okay, so if we get things organized, there's actually a folder inside a folder. So actually, if we rename this as Aerosmith, push this up onto the desktop, then it's going to be tidy. Let's get rid of this one, which was empty. And then here, let's get rid of this zip file. Same. So here we've got the Arnett Creek layers folder renamed with my last name. And then also we've got my rectified map. So let's go ahead and launch the MXD file. Okay, so here we've got our MXD file. Let's turn off the DEM. Now, what let's do is let's go ahead and add the image that I have of my rectified map. So one thing we have to do is connect to a new folder because it doesn't know where to look. So just connect to the desktop. And then you can add data directly, so that's from remote rectified map. So there's my rectified map. And it may ask you if you want to build pyramids, and you say yes. So now I've got a little piece of the northern part of Arnett Creek ready for some digitizing. And before we continue, let's save the MXD file, the ARC project file, as a new file and put it into the Ramon rectified map. So that way it keeps the Arnett Creek layers kind of just their own and not modified. And let's say this is the Arnett Creek Geo Aerosmith. Notice that I saved it not into this folder, but rather the Ramon rectified folder. And so what it's doing now is this project file points at the other files, which are the data files, but we'll keep all our stuff that's you know, our own creations in a separate folder. That'll keep the files from getting too large because we're just moving around the DRG and DEM and DOQQ. This folder, everyone has the same one. It's kind of a lot of redundancy. So let's try to keep things organized in that sense.